There's nothing you can tell me about Memphis that I don't already know.
There's nothing you can tell me about Memphis.
From the boardroom to the streets.
That I don't already know.
With Mike from Memphis, man. Together we can fix things. Really?
When you say, I want to be treated fairly, and I want a voice.
Yeah.
I want
He saw things weren't fair, so he chose to run for mayor. You get up and do something when you really care. It's Memphis 360.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
In the meantime,
It's Memphis 360.
In the meantime, in between time, we got folks shooting people up out the frame. Anybody said a word. We've become accustomed to people dying in this city.
Yeah. It's Memphis 360.
Turning the TV on and the news and see our loved ones and see young people that are out of control. And now you see, okay. We talk about incarceration. We talk about the youth. We talk about giving them the ability. We talk about investing in young people and investing in the community. See, I hate ignorance. I hate when people make decisions about things and they make statements and they haven't done their research.
How can you fix the problem when you don't even know what the problem is?
We need some help in this city.
It's Memphis 360.
See, I hate ignorance.
It's Memphis 360. Man.
And good evening. We'd like to welcome you to another edition of Memphis 360, the television show. We say we like to go from the boardroom to the streets. In order to fix what's going on out in the streets of the city of Memphis, you have to know what's going on. How do people make decisions at the top when they are not in touch with the bottom? And that's one of the things that we advocate on this show. We try to bring individuals within the community so that you can be educated. As you know, we've had a lot of individuals that are running for elected offices coming on to the show here lately. We're switching it up a little bit. We got the judge in the house. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Everybody knows that he is the judge. And I like to play, so they can get serious if they want to. There's a lot of things going on here in the city of Memphis. We also have Ms. Catron in the house tonight. Ms. Catron is running for City Council, Super District 8, Position 3. And we're going to have her to come up and talk about her platform and all of the things that she has going on. Y'all see I got on, look, they suited and booted. I'm up here in a t-shirt. Jesus Christ. Judge Wilson them did me like that, but that's okay. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody know I said I was going to be wearing t-shirts just to represent things that are going on in the community. And as you see, this is tiger blue. So I am representing Manassas High School, the oldest African-American high school here in the city of Memphis. Some people will tell you that it's Booker T. Washington, but it is not. Booker T. Washington is the oldest African-American school in the city of Memphis, but they did not have a high school. Manassas High School was the first to have an actual high school graduating class of African-Americans. Bye, y'all. There you go. All right. There's some other things that I was going to talk about. Some people heard that DA Steve Mulroy dropped anywhere from 30 to 40 charges. Those officers that were charged in the Tyree Nichols incident, he has dropped those charges against individuals that those officers had arrested. Homicide rate, Jesus Christ. We have over 245 homicides here in the city already, and we are on a collision path to break the record. We done broke the record the last 3 years in a row, and we're steady climbing. That's not something to be proud of, people, but it is a fact. And evidence of that is, had 8 people shot on B.B. King at Peabody last weekend. This is so unfortunate, and we need to do something to change the tide. Elections are going on individuals are vying for mayor of this city. The mayor can't fix it. The city council can't fix it. So the police department can't fix it. It has to be a collaborative effort of everybody within this community. So I'm not going to drop it in anybody's lap, but I am going to say that somebody got to step up and be a leader. Somebody got to step up and make some hard calls so that we can, in fact, live in a safe environment. And we got the judge in the house tonight and his crew. So we're going to talk a little bit about drug court. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Judge Lee Wilson. I'm the judge of the General Sessions Division 8 Drug Court. That's Shelby County's drug court. That's all of our drug court. I want you to know that.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm Angela Parkerson. I am the court administrator for the program, and I've been there since 2006. And it's been a pleasure to see Judge Wilson's enthusiasm over this past year.
Oh, wow. 2006. So you hung out with Judge Dwyer for a long time.
Yes, sir, for a long time.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
And hello, everyone. I am Sherman Mason. I am peer recovery coordinator for drug court, and proud to be able to be on that platform so I can further assist individuals and being drug-free and reestablishing a decent lifestyle.
Okay. This is something that I really want to get into because we have a record number of individuals that are succumbing to drug overdoses here in this city. I just heard something the other day. They're going to start giving out drug revival kits or something to that effect. So tell us a little bit about drug court, sir.
Okay, well, let me just say I took over drug court, or I should say I was elected about 1 year ago.
Okay.
Today, actually it was about August 4th last year.
Right.
And prior to that, drug court had been in existence since 1997.
Okay.
And we only had Judge Dwyer who presided over the court for all of those years. And so I'm like the new guy coming in.
You ain't new, but okay.
But, you know, drug court, and like I said earlier, I feel like when I came into office, I felt like drug court was the community's court.
Okay.
Not just for the people or the individuals who come to court, but I want drug court to become a place where everybody can get help or they can get referred to help.
Okay. Okay.
And one of the things, I'm glad you're having us on the show because I love to talk about drug court.
Okay.
Because the community, a lot of people in the community don't have any idea
Well,
about what drug court is.
they don't know that down in General Sessions you have actually 9 divisions. Now we have a bail hearing room, and drug court is one of the specialty courts in General Sessions.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
It's one of the specialty courts, right. And so my program, well, number one is we handle all of the drug cases, all of the felony drug cases.
Okay.
So I got a dual role.
Okay.
One side is prosecuting drug cases, and the other side is a rehabilitation program
Wow.
for those who want to go into the program. Now, I could spend all evening talking about our program, but I'm going to try to make it brief for you. But basically, people who are charged with criminal offenses and have cases in General Sessions, criminal court, or upstairs in criminal court
Right.
can be referred to our drug court.
Okay.
And a lot of people think that the only people who are in drug court are actually people who have drug charges, and that's not true.
Okay.
We have people who, anybody who is charged with an offense that has an addiction and don't have any crimes of violence in their background actually can come into drug court.
Okay.
So we have people charged with DUI, shoplifting, burglary, all those kind of offenses.
But they may have an addiction
It's
attached to.
it. Right. And a lot of the times, you know, everybody talks about the revolving door and the repeat offenders and how people keep getting arrested. Well, sometimes, and I guess a lot of the time, those people keep getting arrested because they got an addiction. And so what they're trying to do is feed that habit.
Okay.
You know, they shoplifting, they breaking into houses.
Boosting.
they you know,
I'm sorry.
breaking into cars, stealing
I can't-
cars.
I can't be serious.
So I see drug court as one avenue for addressing a lot of this when they start talking about the
Okay.
revolving
Door.
door. We currently have about 120 clients in the program.
Okay.
And the average length of stay in the program is about 18 months.
Wow.
So it's an intensive program.
That ain't big enough.
I agree.
That's not big enough. And I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not trying to hit on the judge, but I'm saying when we think about the epidemic, because we do have an epidemic here in the city of Memphis, and you say 100 and however many, it could be 500, and I would still say that's not enough, you know. And I'm so glad that we do have, and there has been identified that because of addictions, individuals are led to commit crimes, and there is a program to whereas if you are serious, because I will tell you, my brother, he was on crack. My brother was on crack. Everybody's touched by all of this stuff.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? So I wish I wish he would have gotten into a program such as this back then. He was a Marine, whole 9 yards, but he got caught up. And, you know, and eventually had an aneurysm and eventually succumbed to his illness as well. So thank you.
Yeah, and you make a good point about the number of individuals, because you're right. 120 is not nearly where we need to be.
Man, no.
And one of the first things that I did when I was elected, I went up and talked to our new DA, Steve Mulroy, about it, because our referrals to drug court come through the DA's office. In other words, the prosecutors have to make the recommendation for someone to go into the program. And so one of the first things that I did was talk to him about getting his assistance to make more recommendations into our program.
Okay.
And he has cooperated with tremendously.
So how many people do you think your program can handle at this time?
Probably about 175 right now.
Okay.
But if the need is there, we can continue to expand. It's not like we are capped at that.
Okay.
You know.
Wow.
So
you just hire some more counselors, some more
exactly.
assistants and aides.
I just go over there to our county commission and say,
ask for some more money.
I need some more
we need money helping the
That's
citizens
right.
of the city
That's
of
right.
Memphis.
And I have no problem with doing that.
Okay.
So, and ultimately, that is one of the goals for our program. We want to increase the participation in the program.
Right.
And the main reason for that, though, is that it works.
Okay.
See, we have a program that has a proven track record.
All right.
That only about 20% of those who graduate drug court reoffend within 5 years. So, I mean, that's better than any program around.
Wow.
So we are proud of that, and so that's why I'm always talking about our drug court.
Outstanding.
Because it works.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people have programs and they talk about their programs, but I'm telling you, it works. We know it works. The record bears it out that it works.
Do we have any statistics in regards to, because like I said, there's an increase in drug overdoses, individuals that are dying from drug overdoses here in the city of Memphis, the county of Shelby. Do y'all have any numbers about how it has increased or where we were and where we are now?
Yes, the main numbers that are affected that have changed in regards to the overdose statistics are the drug of choice of people that are coming in the program.
Okay.
Like when I first started in 2006, Memphis still had a lot of cocaine. That was still the predominant drug of people that entered our program. It was still cocaine in 06. We were behind the other areas in meth.
Okay.
And then the meth gradually went up and the cocaine went down. And then we started seeing more and more heroin. And currently, it's almost 40% of the people in our program are addicted to some type of opioid.
Wow. What about fentanyl? I guess I'm so naive. I'm getting old. I didn't know people were becoming addicted to fentanyl.
Yes, fentanyl is really cheap. So even if you go out in the street and you're trying to buy something else, you know, you're trying to buy Lortab or heroin, most likely that's going to be fentanyl. At least a percentage of it is going to be fentanyl. So you definitely you never knew what you were getting, but now you definitely don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
And like I said, it is so expensive and people are running a business.
And is that why a lot of people are ODing and dying because of the fentanyl?
Correct. So they may be taking the same amount they took before.
Okay.
But this is a different composition, so fentanyl.
Because we
as
got all of
know-
these street chemists out here
Right.
and people trying to
Exactly.
put
So
stuff together.
fentanyl is much more deadly. So people will take the same amount previously, and they got something different
Wow.
than they've been using, and they overdose and die. And that is, why Narcan, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
is hitting the community, and also test strips where people, when they buy their drugs, they can test it to see if it has fentanyl. Those strips are hitting the street too. We're trying to give them out to the community
Okay.
here in Memphis
Outstanding.
to lower the overdose rate.
Wow.
And let me just say this about the fentanyl overdoses. Here in Memphis, we have in the African American community, young black men who are overdosing just because of what she just said, is that they don't know what they're getting.
Yeah.
And see, fentanyl is a much more powerful drug
Yes.
than heroin or cocaine or any of the others. So it only takes just a small amount of fentanyl and you can overdose. And the only reason that we don't have more deaths than we do now is because of the Narcan that they are giving out
Right.
and reviving a lot of people.
Okay.
But we still have deaths because they don't know. I have people in court all the time who OD, and of course they have been given the Narcan and revived, and come to court and say, well, I thought it was a cocaine. And so they just don't know. And fentanyl, as Angela said, they are putting it in all drugs. They're lacing all the drugs.
Man, I heard they put it in weed now. They putting
Right.
it in this. They putting it in that.
Right.
Jesus Christ! Woo. And you better be careful smoking them blunts out there because you never know what you might be smoking on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm making light of the situation, but it is serious because you were telling me a story. I don't know if you want to share. Well, first of all, tell us about the event that you got going on.
Okay, so yes, September the 9th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to have an event. It's a recovery rally in Raleigh. So that event is going to be there. It's formed to educate the community. There are a lot of different providers and facilities that are actually going to partner, that has partnered with us on that event. So the event is going to have entertainment. We're going to have, even if an individual wants to go to treatment that day,
Really?
that individual can go to treatment. Even if the individual needs detoxing, that individual has the ability to go to detox that day during that event. So we have those providers that are going to be there, and there will be Narcan training there. Wow. It's going to be at where the old Austin P Mall was, the new facility where the precinct is. That's exactly where it's going to be. And we do have live entertainment. We're going to have Mr. Courtney Little is actually going to entertain us for a couple of hours there as well.
Wow.
And the entire band.
Wow.
So we have the entire band, not just Mr. Little.
Okay.
So the event is hosted by Drug Court, but there are all of the partners in the city that provides help and information for the community as far as treatment is concerned. They're going to be there in attendance as well. And there's going to be some free food.
That's always good. That's always good. Free food is always good.
Yes.
That's a draw for me.
Yes.
Okay, so this is going to be on September the 9th. It's going to be actually at Austin P Station, the precinct right there on Austin P. And what time?
From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Y'all going to be out there in the middle of the noonday sun. Okay. But come on out, even if you just want to be educated, if you just want to find out a little bit more, because I'm being educated right now, and I'm going to tell you, even as a 20-year veteran on the police department, I think a lot of this stuff was just coming in as I was leaving. I had just started seeing heroin a lot because for the most part of my career, I had not seen heroin. Then I started to see it pop up out there at Elvis Presley and Kerr because you have a track out, what they call a track, where the ladies stroll out in that area, and I ran into a house where they were shooting up at, and it was all of these needles, and I was like, Jesus Christ, times are changing. I'd never seen that before. So, and then I started seeing a lot of young African Americans that were dying from drug overdoses. And it has no respect of person, has no respect of race, has no respect of age. I mean, people are just dying from drug overdoses in this city. And I was like, and I'm going to tell you, I was actually amazed because I was like, I was not used to, even as a police officer, I was not used to seeing individuals in the African American community that were dying from popping pills that were laced with fentanyl. I had never seen that. And I was like, Jesus Christ, what is going on? And then some of my friends actually died from, some of my friends' children were actually dying from drug overdoses. And I'll tell you another thing, not too long ago, 2 of my son's best friends, it was 3 of them that hung together, 2 of them succumbed to drug overdoses. My son's a police officer. That's probably the only thing saved him because he'd have been hanging with them knuckleheads too, probably. I don't know. But it has no respect of families, I'm going to tell you. You know, and I try to tell you all the time, man, everybody's touched by everything in this community, okay? So what else is it you want to tell them, Judge? Because we got to get Miss Catron and I see Mr. Stevie Moore done popped up.
Yeah, I see Mr. Moore out there. How you doing?
Fun! Freedom from unnecessary, yeah.
No, I just want just the community to know that we are aware of the problem.
Okay.
And that we are working hard every day
Okay.
to get as many people into our program as possible.
Okay.
And we're trying to help as many people as we can. And that's one of the reasons for the rally. And Riley, and I appreciate you having us on your show today to spread the word about the rally.
I want you to commit to coming back because there's a lot of stuff I didn't cover.
Oh,
I
sure.
promise you. You know, once we got into this, it was a lot of things that I really want to talk about, and you guys are really knowledgeable. And I think that this is something that's so important to the community because we, like I said, we have so many families that are being affected. So you have to commit to coming back, Judge.
I will.
Okay.
I come back anytime you want to have me.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm always excited about talking about it.
I want to do a show just drug court.
Okay.
I want to do a show just drug court because we're kind of rushing because we do have other individuals that are waiting. But this is something that I'm telling you, it's near and dear to my heart because, like I said, I've had so many people around me that have been affected, and I know a lot of you guys have had individuals that have been affected as well. So we need to educate ourselves, you know. We need to stop saying, "Oh no, not my kid."
Right.
"Oh no, not my child." "Oh no, I don't put nothing past none of these kids. I don't put nothing past my kids or anybody else's kids," because you don't know what they're doing. And you know, unfortunately, it's so many things happening here in the city of Memphis that are negative. But we as parents, we as leaders in the community, we as individuals in the community, you need to know what's available to help young people, because I think I put my brother in rehab about 3 times. But it's not. They're not going to get it until they want to get it. You can want it for them, but they have to mentally be in a place to whereas they're ready to change. So, but we have to keep going. All right.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to take a real quick commercial break. I want to thank Judge Wilson and the drug court for coming on to Memphis 360. He graced this little show. He graced this little show with his presence, and I thank you guys so much for taking the time out. So we're going to take a real quick commercial break. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Hey folks, it's Issa Haddad here. I got some good news and a special invitation for you to come see me here at Sunrise Collierville. Come on down, check out my inventory with new, pre-owned, and certified vehicles to choose from. I can get you finance when no one else can. Come on by, bring your family. I treat you like family. Come see me, Issa, here at the #1 dealership in the Mid-South, 4605 Houston Levy Road, Sunrise, Collierville. Come on down, check out my inventory with hundreds of vehicles to choose from, pre-owned, new, and certified.
Good news from Sunrise Chevrolet. Get in your new vehicle today. Come on in, ask for Issa. Bankrupt, slow pay, bad credit, it's okay. Let Issa put you in your brand new truck or car today when you shop at Sunrise Chevrolet, Collierville.
And don't forget, ask for me, Issa.
Can you actually imagine hosting your next event at the all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center? Yes, spacious, beautiful venue with plenty of parking, located in the heart of East Memphis. Let us host your next intimate birthday gathering, family repast, bachelorette party, wedding and reception, baby shower, corporate meeting, social club event. Call us today. Don't wait. 901-244-6874. The all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center.
For over 20 years, OPOX has been keeping the Mid-South
warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
OPOX is family owned and operated, so our family will take care of yours every step of the way. And right now you can double up and save. Buy a new AC unit and get 50% off a new furnace to match it. Count on OPOX for fast and professional heating and cooling services. Count on OPOX.
You're talking about a good time shield. We all come on now.
Center Stage Gospel Music live from Memphis, Tennessee, featuring gospel artists from around the world. Toe tapping, hand clapping, down home gospel music. Watch on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and your local Comcast. Download the SVP TV app now on your smart television and mobile device. Center Stage Gospel season premieres Sunday, 8 p.m. Central.
Ladies, do you feel feminine during your feminine flow? You know, your monthly cycle, your period? Are you still suffering in silence? The suffering is over. It's time to choose Rain. Rain is an all-natural, premium sanitary napkin with 8 layers of cotton, high-grade polymers, graphene to help cut bacteria by 99.9%. Ladies, let's protect the most precious jewel in the world, you.
Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins do not make any medically backed claims or personal recommendations of any kind. For more information, contact Marilyn McGee.
Ladies, do you feel feminine during your feminine flow? You know, your monthly cycle, your period? Are you still suffering in silence? The suffering is over. It's time to choose Rain. Rain is an all-natural, premium sanitary napkin with 8 layers of cotton, high-grade polymers, graphene to help cut bacteria by 99.9%. Ladies, let's protect the most precious jewel in the world, you.
Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins do not make any medically backed claims or personal recommendations of any kind. For more information, contact Marilyn McGee.
And good evening. Welcome back to Memphis 360, the television show. We say we like to go from the boardroom to the streets. We try to keep the citizens of the city of Memphis and the county of Shelby informed about what's going on, and especially when it comes to the individuals that are running for these political offices, because it is so critical right now that we have individuals that are going to be in office that are going to be making decisions for the people, people. All right, so we have the esteemed pleasure right now of having Miss Lucille Catron in the house. And Miss Lucille Catron is running for City Council, Super District 8, Position 3.
Yes,
Welcome
sir.
to the show, Miss Catron.
Thank you for having me.
Woo, Lord,
Glad to be here.
I feel so honored.
Yes.
I feel so honored, I'm telling you. And I tell the story, a lot of people don't know. Mr. Catron was the first person to donate to my campaign when I ran for mayor back in 2015. But this is the kicker. Mr. Catron donated to my campaign in 2014 because he told me I was going to be running for mayor, and I didn't know I was going to be running for mayor. And I still have the check. I never cashed the check. I still have the check because it's near and dear to my heart. It was inspiring to me.
Yes,
So
sir.
you guys have always been working out in the community. I know you're out. You got a shop out there in Orange Mound. You
Yes.
got the Daisy. I keep getting confused. Is it the
Historical Daisy on Bill.
So it's the old Daisy.
The old Daisy.
Okay, she has the
First.
historical Daisy. The
Yes.
first Daisy.
The first Daisy built in 1902.
Excuse me?
She's 123 years old on Bill Street.
She's a good-looking girl.
Yes,
huh?
she is.
She's a good-looking girl.
I must say.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
introduce yourself to them, Ms. Catron, and tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Lucille Catron. I've been a business owner most of my adult life since I was 19 years old.
Wow.
First store on Lamar Avenue, Lucille's Boutique, which I know I cater to a lot of beautiful women. And then from there, Bill Street, that we've had for over 35 years.
Right.
And so we have done the work in the community, from feeding our babies to putting our babies to work.
Wow.
We have done the bicycles, and we have done the carnivals. I have attended the schools of our babies. So the work has never stopped for me. And that's what my focus is on, is our children.
Right, right.
Because they really our future, and it's critical.
That's true.
And we're losing our babies, and what we're really ignoring is that our babies in the community, they need help. And so just like I was taught to reach back and to give back, so many of us keep moving and forget about our community.
Right.
So that's primary to me. And with crime, it is primary because I know our babies are involved. But I have my life, my journey is hands-on with the community. So I know that if a child is hungry, and if a child don't have a place to rest their head, then what do we expect of that child?
Oh, wow.
And it's many times in the community that these babies don't have anything. Not even a glass of cold water, not even clean clothes. So we put all this out there for our babies, all the nice designer clothes and all that, that they can't afford.
Wow.
That they want, but they can't afford. So we put it out there, what we expect from them. So
Right.
now we just got to reach back and let them know that it's a right way, it's a better way of accomplishing that same mission of doing, achieving, and getting the things that they desire.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what made you want to, I already kind of heard what made you want to run for city council, though? You are an established business owner.
Yes.
You still live in Orange Mound?
Yes, I do. Still in
Can live
Orange
anywhere
Mound.
she want to live.
Yes.
Still lives in Orange Mound. Look, listen to me, people.
Yes, sir.
Still lives in Orange Mound. Can live anywhere she want to live.
Yes.
The historical bill
Yes.
on all of this stuff. What made you want to run for city council, though?
I'm at the council meetings.
Okay.
And I see the need of our communities.
Okay.
And it's as if we are not heard.
Oh, wow.
So many millions come through the coffers.
Oh, wow.
And why our communities are not being supported, I have no understanding.
Me either.
And then when you get up there to try to explain to the council or talk to your council members, it's as if shoe fly. We don't want to hear you.
They almost shut you down.
They shut you down. And you only have that 2 minutes to speak, Mike. That 2 minutes. And so I'm talking from the podium at that 2 minutes.
Right.
I think that if my voice will be better heard sitting in that chair, because Lucille will listen to the people.
Okay.
And I'm going to make sure that whatever I can do. I'm not going to sell my people no dream. You know, I'm not going to use all these platforms and do this and that. I'm just going to do what I've been doing. And that's fighting for the people.
Wow.
That's all I have to give. And I do it now. My time's on Tuesdays, or if I'm not at the council meeting, I'm watching it online. So, and years of the same, you get, it's like the same soup warmed over.
Wow.
And you get tired of that same soup. So I just ask my people, oh, this is me. I fight for you. I've proven leadership.
Right, right.
All these businesses from the sweat of my brow. So if I can do it for me and create this equal playing field for the people and the community, that's all I ask for.
Wow.
Just to make sure that they have the opportunity, just like downtown Memphis.
And you know what? And that is what's missing. I can remember, and I'm going to throw it out there.
Yes, sir.
But I can remember when current clerk Joe Brown, who was on the city council, he always made sure that citizens were heard. He always made sure, you know, and and everybody tried to make him look crazy, and everybody tried to make him seem like he was going against the grain. But I'm talking about people like Barbara Swearingen Ware.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about them old time city council people. Janice Fullilove.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I know everybody has issues and everybody has problems. And I got them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But they always stood up for people. They always made sure, you know, and it was hard because they were fighting for little pieces of the pie.
Yes.
Because the majority, for some reason, didn't want to invest in the communities. And that was that's one of the things. I was thinking about this today, Ms. Catron. It's like, how can we have all these African Americans on the city council, yet their constituency seem to go unrepresented? Those communities that they inhabit seem to go unrepresented. Those communities that elect them have no economic development.
That's
How can
right.
that be?
I don't no understanding.
Okay, I'm
It's
sorry.
No
I'm
understanding.
supposed to be interviewing, not
It's, but you're just speaking truth.
Yes.
And that's what I stand on. I stand on truth. I have no understanding with all the economic development downtown, and Orange Mound and the other communities get just pennies. But see, we don't negotiate for more.
Yeah.
We don't. We just sit back and allow it.
Right, right.
But if you if you negotiate and say this is not going to happen without my community getting a share of that wealth, of that pie, then you don't move forward.
You know, the crazy thing about it is I've always admired Ms. Catron, and I didn't even know she was running for city council.
Yes.
I feel bad. I didn't know she was running for city council until somebody told me, or I saw something and I was like, what? So I called her or texted her or something. I say, you running for city council? I didn't even know.
Called me.
So let me ask you this. So everybody's concerned about crime.
Yes.
Everybody's concerned about crime.
Of course.
So how do you plan to address that issue? You know, there are no answers, but how do you plan to, as a city council person, because out in Orange Mound, I'm seeing all kinds of things where individuals are being killed up at the store, you know, over here, over there. I just attended, I think, 2 affairs out there in Orange Mound at that park right next to Melrose High School. One was a backpack giveaway that cut the beef, Heal the Hood, cut the beef, Leachman, that I attended. And then there was another one to whereas they just had something in the park where they fed the kids and all of that. So how do you plan to address the crime issue that's going on in this city?
It didn't start overnight, and it's not going to, you're not going to be able to stop it overnight. But what I do, like I said, I'm in the heart of Orange Mound. I'm hands-on. I'm not afraid, don't know what God got intended for me for today or when I leave here. But I feel like that and I know we have some knuckleheads.
Yeah.
I do. And people say they're fearful. Sometimes I get fearful.
Okay.
But just like today, I can walk in Orange Mountain.
Come on.
I can walk over there, Chelsea. I was putting my signs up all in the heart of the community.
You out there putting up your own
I was
sign?
putting my own signs up, and so I see the drug addicts.
Yeah.
And what I do? How you doing, sir? And they speak back. Even on bill, I know that we have issues, but when I show respect,
You get respect.
I get respect.
Yes.
I'm thousands aunties.
I told you, Memphis.
Yes.
360.
Yes.
Going from the boardroom to the streets, people.
Yes.
You got to be able to do it.
You got to be able to do it. I mean, I'm down there on bill, and I'm not back in the office. I'm out front.
You are.
So I'm auntie to thousands, and some call me mama, and I accept that because that's who my people. That's how they relate to me. And they are protective, even in Orange Mound.
Right, right.
With all the craziness and hard-head and knucklehead.
Okay.
They come past. Hi, Miss Lucille, how you doing? And I don't know what they're gonna do when they leave, but I walk unafraid.
Okay.
And that's just been my living.
Right, right.
And that's the way I plan on with crime. I'm not afraid to go out there to engage, and that's what we need. They need to see more of us. They need to see the ones that say they have achieved, and to show them the difference in the streets. And you can do that, but you also can do this.
To be a role model.
Because a lot of us was raised up hard.
Yes, we
So
were.
and I let them know I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth.
Okay.
I come from a family of 7. And so no, but you can, and that's what I try to do on Bill. I engage the young ones. I educate them. I show them an entirely different world. And I'm just so thankful that I'm able to do that.
Okay.
To reach back.
Real quickly,
Yes,
because
sir.
we got about 1 minute. Can
Yes,
you
sir.
tell these people why they should vote for Lucille Catron?
Well, I have a proven history. I've been your advocate for years. I didn't just start yesterday.
You know what? We didn't even get into, and I'm sorry. I mean,
Yes.
Who fought when they tried to institute the $5 fee to get on Beale Street?
I fought. I filed a federal lawsuit and spent the money out of my own pocket.
Okay.
For our citizens, for them to not charge our citizens because it's taxation without representation. It's really double taxation. And I filed a federal lawsuit and I won. I won Memphians, so I don't mind a good fight.
I definitely want to
I
bring
don't
that
mind
up.
that. And so people have to know you have to be hands-on with the people, and you don't dismiss them like they or minimize them like they nothing.
Right.
You try to uplift us. That's why we vote for people, so hopefully they're uplifted communities and the people, not get on the council and think you better than. And that's what we got.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Real quickly, one more time.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
them why they should vote for Lucille Catron.
Because I'm doing the work. I have done the work, doing the work, and I don't mind. I don't mind being your voice. If you want something other than a voice, if you want something other than a fighter for you, then I'm not the person, because I don't mind speaking up and speaking out. And I stand on truth when I go to the podium at City Council. And I didn't just start yesterday. I've been involved and still involved to this day. Yes, sir.
Somebody just called in, I guess, with a question for Miss Catron. Oh, okay. Hello, caller. You're on Memphis 360. Go ahead.
Can I ask Sister Catron a good question? Because Memphis in the news, especially like all that with the cops.
Right.
Sister Catron, how can you reassure that the Southern Heritage, what's the name? What's the guy name that started?
Fred?
Johnny Jones?
Fred Jones. Fred Jones.
Fred
Fred
Jones,
Jones,
yeah.
yeah.
How can you reassure, especially the people in the Northeast from Arkansas, my alma mater, UAPB, that it would be a safe event in lieu of what happened down on Beale Street this past Sunday, I think. I just want to hear what you got to say, sister.
You can't guarantee safety nowhere, but what we do, just like that meeting that we had yesterday, see, we put monies behind our safety for the community, for Memphians, and for our children. Now, we're not the gatekeepers of the entire Memphis, but we try real hard. And it did not happen on Beale Street. It happened a street over.
Yes.
We try to contain Beale Street, but we cannot contain the entire downtown Memphis. And so I tell anybody, this is the new world for our babies. And it could have been one of my grandbabies down there.
Right.
They think it's fun. They think it's fun when they standing around 50, 75, 100 at a time. They don't understand that we be worried, but once our children leave the home, we have no control.
Right.
So I can't guarantee anything. We need the community as a whole to help and to keep your babies home if you can, or just you really have to talk to your children and be straight, because what happened Saturday, no one, I mean absolutely no one had any idea that this was even going on, that they was congregating right there on that corner like that. But again, it was not on Beale. And of course, we all love our babies. And sometimes they do be a little hard-headed. So, you know, it's not no one answer that'll control this crime that's going on in this city. It's just not.
Yeah. Just like we talked about everything, it has to be a collective. And
Yes.
I hate to cut out, but I have another guest,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stevie Moore,
Yes,
in the
sir.
studio with fun from unnecessary freedom.
Yes, sir.
Freedom from unnecessary negatives. Yes, I knew that. I've been reading it all day. Anyway, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after. Oh, one of the things I want to tell you too.
Yes, sir.
Anytime between, because we didn't really get to just delve into a lot. Anytime you want to come on between now and the election, you're more than welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate
Okay.
that. Yes, sir.
Now, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after this commercial break with Mr. Stevie Moore with freedom from unnecessary negatives.
Hey folks, it's Issa Haddad here. I got some good news and a special invitation for you to come see me here at Sunrise Collierville. Come on down, check out my inventory with new, pre-owned, and certified vehicles to choose from. I can get you financed when no one else can. Come on by, bring your family. I treat you like family. Come see me, Issa, here at the #1 dealership in the Mid-South, 4605 Houston Levy Road, Sunrise Collierville. Come on down, check out my inventory with hundreds of vehicles to choose from, pre-owned, new, and certified.
Good news from Sunrise Chevrolet. Get in your new vehicle today. Come on in, ask for Issa. Bankrupt, slow pay, bad credit, it's okay. Let Issa put you in your brand new truck or car today when you shop at Sunrise Chevrolet Collierville.
And don't forget, ask for me, Issa.
Can you actually imagine hosting your next event at the all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center? Yes, spacious, beautiful venue with plenty of parking, located in the heart of East Memphis. Let us host your next intimate birthday gathering, family repast, bachelorette party, wedding and reception, baby shower, corporate meeting, social club event. Call us today. Don't wait. 901-244-6874. The all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center.
For over 20 years, OPOX has been keeping the Mid-South
warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
OPOX is family owned and operated, so our family will take care of yours every step of the way. And right now, you can double up and save. Buy a new AC unit and get 50% off a new furnace to match it. Count on OPOX for fast and professional heating and cooling services. Count on OPOX.
You're talking about a good time shield. When we all come on now.
Center Stage Gospel Music live from Memphis, Tennessee, featuring gospel artists from around the world. Toe-tapping, hand-clapping, down-home gospel music. Watch on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and your local Comcast. Download the SVP TV app now on your smart television and mobile device. Center Stage Gospel season premieres Sunday, 8 p.m. Central.
And welcome back to Memphis 360, the television show. We say we like to go from the boardroom to the streets. And now we have Mr. Stevie Moore in the house. Mrs. Moore has been out here working in the community for such a long time, doing great and wonderful things in the community, bringing awareness to violence in this city, trying to cut violence, curb violence, do all of that stuff. Tell us a little bit about your organization, sir.
First of all, hello to everybody.
Okay.
And everybody come on, join me, get your t-shirt and the button put on. We got to keep this message out there, stop the killing, save our babies.
Come on.
But stop the killing started after I got out of jail.
Okay.
I really just started this when I got out of jail. We got so many people going to jail now that we try to stop them from going to jail, but now I help them felony program, and they can't find a job. I got a program with the city that we hire them. Okay. And we can hire them. If they work right, I can get them a job with the city after they stay with me 3 to 4 months.
Are you for real?
Yes. And we pay them $10 to $12 an hour. The biggest problem we got now is we can't find drivers. Because when you go to jail, you don't have no driver.
Oh, a lot of people don't have license.
So you ain't got no license, you want to stay in jail 2 years.
They take your license?
Yeah, they take your license.
See, I didn't even know
take
that.
your license. You know about some of our biggest job behind these guys, because what we do, we got certain zip codes. We go around, we keep clean around the schools. Okay. We pick up all the tires, the paper, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. And we'll venture out from there. Somebody called, got a lot of junk around the yard. Okay. And because some of our people call downtown, but they don't understand how it works. She's power in numbers. Mm-hmm. And when our people say yard overgrown or trash and stuff out there, they call, but that's just 1 or 2 people calling. They go down to city council and they go down there, but 3 of them, all they gonna say the same thing, we gonna take care of it. But see, when the other side, the white people go downtown, they got a problem in their community. They take the whole community down there.
They take a bus load.
Because there's power in numbers. Yeah. But when I got out of jail, see, we ain't got no more what put me in jail. No one put me in jail. What? Nosy neighbors.
Oh, Lord.
Now, everybody turned out of head, but when I was out there pimping and selling dope, they said, Steve Mo did it. You know, so Freedom from Unnecessary Negatives has been started a long time.
Right.
To Stop the Killing came in when 20 years ago to this, our 20-year anniversary, my son got shot and killed with AK-47.
What?
Bullet went through his eye to half his head off. Jeez. And I had to watch him. I didn't know why, but I know now. He laid on that ground 2.5 hours bleeding, and Daddy couldn't help.
God.
Couldn't even touch him.
God.
So I made a vow to myself, God, and my son. Okay. I will stay out here to try to stop. And I've been to over 100 funerals since my son been killed. From 2-year-olds, 6-year-olds,
I don't know if I can do that.
And we got to stay out there. And then the system is so messed up. When you put a man in jail, he got a felony. And the felony is anything punishable by a year more. You don't even have to go to jail to get a felony. You can just plead guilty to a year. So a year more, you got a felony. And that's a lifetime. Because all they ask you when you go look for a job, you got a felony?
You ever been convicted of a felony?
You ever been convicted of a felony?
Yeah.
We don't have felons.
Right.
You know, then they have all this stuff called, they're going to get your rights restored. State of Tennessee, they don't expunge felons in the state of Tennessee.
Right.
And so many people, when they had the expungement clinics and stuff, they think they're going to go get their felony knocked out. It's been 40 years. I still got 20 felons on the book.
Well, you can. I'm going to tell you, because we just did an expungement clinic last Saturday at Southbrook Mall. Clerk Joe W. Brown. You can get felonies expunged.
If you get them reduced to a misdemeanor.
No. You can get felonies expunged. It's according on the class of the felony. And you can only get, I think it's either 1 or 2. Now, if you got 20, you out of luck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
it's a combination. You can only get so many felonies and so many misdemeanors.
Because I worked with that on Judge McGlynn before he died, all them. They must be done changed because at that time we was working on it was a state law.
Right.
And so they might be the guy that tweaked since then.
I think some of the legislators up there identified the fact that individuals had these felonies. So it was like if it's not robbery or heinous felony, it's according on what it is.
Well, they didn't tweak it then because it used to be 20 years ago. I don't care what it was.
Okay.
Felon was a felon, but now what I do is now we got a program, a felony program with the city.
Okay.
And the mayor went with me on it. We used to have them for 6 months.
Okay.
Just cutting grass and stuff through the summer, but I had to go back to the mayor and say, hey, 6 months, they off 6 months, they're gonna be going back to jail.
Yeah.
So now we got it for a year round.
Okay.
A guy can get out and come and work, and if he work 30 to 90 days, I can try to get him with the city.
Okay.
I worked with Ken Moody real good before he left, you know.
Okay, like Public Works and all that kind of stuff.
So that's what we do. And
Manhood University.
This year, this is my 20th year of getting out back to school paper.
Okay.
We had enough for 1,000 children this year.
What?
I mean, I got the Kruger Company. They donated me a trailer load of toilet tissue. We gave them toilet tissue, paper towels, Kleenex. We got a Walgreens, Walmart. We got the, it's so many people. Even McDonough donated school supplies this year.
See there?
So we got to ask one thing, but if we think we're going to stop, and I have a lot of walks, you know, try to bring the attention up, but if we think we're going to stop crime, by adding more police, then we sadly mistaken.
Yeah, we are.
We sadly mistaken.
Look, I'm an ex-police, and I agree.
If we sadly mistaken, it's going to take the community to come out. And I tell all the time, they're my friends, but I tell them, when you want to come out and go on the corner with me? When you want to go down Westwood? When you want to go on Roadside with me? You got to come out of them. All these meetings.
They got to see you.
They got to see you.
They got to see you.
Now, you look out on the corner now. So many signs, you can't walk by the corner. But that's got to be continued, not just when you're trying to get elected.
Well, see, but that's part of the problem. They start trying to get elected. Once they get in the seats, they disappear.
They disappear. Yeah, they don't. It's hard to get to them.
They in high cotton now, they would say. And so they hanging out with those folks that got that high cotton.
Right. And somebody, they used to speak, hey, what's going on? Now they speak, what's up?
No, how are you? Michael, you're just so loud and so crazy.
Yes, they do.
I like being loud and crazy, and I'm not going to change. And if I ever get elected to anything, this is what you get.
And that's what,
sorry.
And see, when you're in Rome, you got to talk like the Romans.
Oh, really?
When you're in the street, you got to talk like the hood.
Yeah.
See, you can't go out there and this, God, this and all that. Come on. You got to go out there. When I see somebody, they see Mr. Mocon, and sometimes I said, man, don't be putting that beer down. I don't care about you drinking no beer. God ain't sending to send you to hell because you drank a beer. It's the abuse of the beer. It's the abuse of the liquor.
Well, you can go to hell for eating too much food.
That's right.
You can go to hell for having too many clothes. If you are obsessed with clothes, you know.
But we got to go out there, and I go out in the street and meet them out there.
Right.
I can go anywhere. I can go there in front of. I was over there in front of Old Club Paradise on Tate Street, and I had my suit on at the time because I was coming from a meeting, and a couple of guys, tall guys, I know they was talking on the dope, and so they came up to me, man, who are you? Because they had on that suit. And before I could say anything, about 5 guys, man, you don't get out, Mr. Moface, because they knew me.
Exactly. And you out there, and you in the mix.
You know, and so this Christmas, we do it every year again, but I'm gonna try to hit 1,000 toys this year. We give them 3 toys a piece, and they come get toys. We feed them. So we gotta continue to stay in charge with neighbors. Stop. You know, when you're the police, and I call you a police, you try to be the best one you could be, right?
Exactly.
Now, if you take the kids and everyone you see, no good old B, you this and you that, that's what they gonna be. But everybody coming in my office, men, women, everything, had to hug me. Because we got to show love again. Our kids ain't loved.
Right.
Our men are missing.
And I am so sorry, Mr. Moore, we ran out of time. God, man.
I'm coming back.
You coming back. You coming back, right?
Yeah, I'm coming back.
And we're going to talk about what's
going on.
on.
I know where to do it now.
Now you know where it's at. Okay. No. But anyway, if people wanted to donate to your foundation, or if they wanted to help out, or if they want amazing pleasure, and until next week, same time, same location, be blessed, be strong, be encouraged, and we'll see you next week.
SVP, SVP, we're family for all your needs. SVP, we're family. We're gonna make you fall in love. SVP. We're gonna make you fall in love. SVP TV. SVP TV.
Looking for something new? We thought so. SVP is mixing things up, and digital TV, it'll never